Today we're dissecting this Shopify article, 13 proven strategies for 2025. It's way late here, my time, but again, daily videos, so you got to make them. And why I want to do that is because not everything here will be applicable for your store, for any store. Some of them will be more specific to certain type of stores, and I'll talk about that. And other things will be just hard to execute on. Other things just overhyped or underhyped. We'll walk through that. I'll give you my take on all those different 13 different BFCM strategies by Shopify. All right. If you're new to the channel, guys, I'm making daily videos before BFCM to help you make a lot more money. And I'm here to also share with you what we're doing that works, that doesn't work, and what we're actively doing to basically help email and SMS marketing channels for e-commerce stores grow. All in the pursuit of finding top-tier talent, new opportunities, and growing my network. I'm not here to sell you anything, and if you want to follow along, subscribe, drop a like, and any questions, just comment them down below. I check on them every single day. Another thing you can actually do if you want to follow along is actually I have the article right here, and if you want to link to that, I have this entire doc, including this, in the description down below, and you can also grab yourself our free BFCM calendar with all the exact content planners that I use for 7, 8, and 9-figure brands. You can manage your campaigns just like I did right there. Let's jump in. All right, so Shopify 13 different BFCM strategies. My take here, the overhype. Let's start with that first. Gamified discounts, they're fun, but often confusing, all right? They can eat your margin unless you execute it perfectly. Let me explain. So gamified discount, what are those, right? So if you have, let's say, gamified discount. I have one in my content planner that I recommend that this is great, actually. People really like that BFCM type of gamified discounts. You see like this. 5 coupons at 50% off, 10 coupons at 40%, 15 at 30, 25 for 25, so on and so forth. If you don't have the margins, don't do that, right? This is something super important that you should know. I really like the strategy because you can also do these cool follow-ups, and it's not annoying. You kind of let people know, hey, if you're interested in that big discount, I only have like 10 codes left, and you started with 15, all right? But if you don't have the margins, don't do that, or do this on specific items, all right? So that's the first thing you should know about. Not every store can pull off a good gamified discount. You really need to make sure that it works and it makes sense for your store. The second thing here is scarcity-driven campaign. They're effective, but most brands use it, they're just too lazy, all right? Those cookie-cutter sale, like scarcities, like a sale and tonight, they need to be paired with something that makes sense. One example that I have here is once you roll out something like this, and then you say on your follow-up email, hey, I'm just letting you know that I only have 10 coupons left, the scarcity needs to make sense. You see how they really made this seem like it's actually a real follow-up. If you're interested, we have a scarcity on the coupon codes. All right, they started with 15, and now the 30% off coupon codes, there's only 10 codes left. All right, so that is the example I'm trying to make. Use good scarcity, guys. Don't just be lazy. Sales end tonight. People know that sometimes a lot of brands just make up scarcities. So make it on brand and make it, good. Viral email campaigns. All right, so these are tough to engineer. I'm going to show you real quick what Shopify actually recommended. So viral email campaigns right here. So this is an example of a viral email campaign, like doing don't buy from us type of campaign. I know like Patagonia did a few years back. Don't just try to go viral. It's very, very tough, and a lot of brands are not going to be able to pull it off. It's even hard for us sometimes to pull it off because there's a lot of factors, for brands that we manage. You need to really make sure the buying cycle, you need to make sure the margins, you really need to make sure the inventory, and you really need to make sure what's in your power. Can you leverage influencers, or what can you do exactly, So these right here of what Shopify recommended, wouldn't recommend it for every store. And if you do it, make sure you do it right, okay? Let's now take a look at some underutilized hidden gems that founders overlook. First of all, free gifts instead of discount. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Free gifts are almost better at most cases than discounts. Today with AI, so many different founders, what they just rely on is just discounts. Hey, here's a discount, email with a discount, open me, buy from me. But everybody's doing this. AI just made emails so much more accessible. There's a lot more emails in people's inboxes, in your customers' inboxes. So just going after discounts, not ideal. What to do instead? Free gifts. Get people like a tote bag. Get people like a sock, a t-shirt, try things out. That is really what it is. A lot of stores are just scared to try that. Don't be scared. Even if you tried a tee and a sock, flip that, switch that, because essentially free gifts are perceived to be more valuable than discounts, if that makes sense. So you really want to tap into that, especially this BFCM, guys, and it also helps you protect your margins, which is a win-win. Another thing is inspired by Amazon, extended return policies. Every time Q4 comes around, Amazon gives you extended return policies until next year. You don't have to do that, but you can basically definitely leverage that to build trust. And if you have gifts, people are buying gifts. Sometimes they want to buy ahead of time. This can really help them just buy from you early. All right. So another idea that you can actually try, extended return policies. Limited edition, guys. This is so huge. Spoke about it already a few times throughout, my videos that I made so far. But limited edition, anything like smaller version, mini size, special sense, all of that stuff just for Black Friday will make people, especially VIP customers, feel so special. Like you actually thought about them, you made something for them. Definitely give this a shot. And also charitable campaigns. This is good, but also you need to know how to do it the right way. Because just like doing this, it might not work. Like we'll donate this or that. You can try this though. It is good. I actually saw one gummy brand that we manage. They made a lot of money with their charitable campaigns. So that helps you build, like I said, community, urgency at the same time for the limited edition and also the charitable campaigns. All right. Next one, actually, that they did and I thought was fantastic, the wishlist. I think for their example, they use Gymshark, which Gymshark is great. And they have good marketing. So the wishlist right here. So look, make your wish list on Gymshark, add the bag on this date, sit back and wait for Gymshark to deliver. Why we created that, so easier checkout, build your dream outfit ahead of time. You can justify everything pretty much. This is just showing you that. So it's practical, help you to reduce cart abandonment, and most brands don't do that, This is not reserved to the elites, guys. You can literally do this. It's one email. That's it. As long as your cart doesn't like empty automatically, some stores have that, just don't do that for that time frame. All right, give people until that date, whatever that is, on their case, it was 17th of November. Do that as well for your store. This can help you get a lot more money early on and not compete on sales for the week of Black Friday. All right, just the wish list and planning guides. Now, how to use free gifts instead of discount. I actually have a few suggestions. So free gifts, again, as I said, they feel more special than a % off. Accessories, so you can offer free sample pack. Branded merch, as I said. Here's an example, free tote with orders over $100. And you can basically set a threshold to help you increase AOV, okay, average order value. So if your, let's say, AOV is like $30, $50, you can actually put free shipping on $75 and up. All right, so this can help you as well with the free gift, because the free gift would only apply with orders over 75. So you're not like forcing anybody, but a lot of people for that, I don't know, tote bag, how much it costs? $5, $10. They'll actually get to $75 and sometimes even over for a free tote bag, So that's a good idea. Mystery orders and surprise bundles. So curiosity drives clicks and conversions. You should definitely try that. If you can do a mystery box, especially for Christmas, that's huge. All right. People love gifts for Christmas. Mystery boxes definitely do the job. So here's an example, $50 mystery gift with $100 plus value, secret codes. And, an example we wrote here is unwrap your deal, holiday campaign, that kind of stuff. People love the feeling of discovery, just like with like these spin the wheels pop-up. Mystery offers and surprise bundles will be great. Gamified discounts, as I showed you, You can use spin the wheels to buy, to win something. Scratch off emails are great, just to kind of like have a scratch off. It's a GIF. And once you click, it's an app. Technically, you can also do it as a GIF if you're lazy, but you can get an app that is a scratch off and people scratch off and they win stuff. All right. Hidden coupon codes are also pretty good, kind of like Easter egg hunt. And I would definitely suggest to overcomplicating it or kill your margins. Don't offer stuff you cannot, offer. Extended return policies, as I said, Amazon does it amazing, like really the best. I shop a lot with Amazon that season because of the extended return policy. You can return up until the 31st of Jan in Q4. So you have like a 4-month return policy. I get that not every store can actually do that. If your store cannot, just extend it by, I don't know, until Christmas or by 15 days more, 30 days more. Just the good campaigns to do. So here's what I said. Extended holiday return until Jan 31st. Shop risk-free all season. No restocking fee policies. All right. Best works with apparel, accessories, and higher price items. Limited time drops, guys. This is what I mentioned before. Scarcity create urgency without deep discounts. We want to move out of these deep discounts and basically work on your branding. Limited time drops are great for your brand, for building relationships. And here's a few examples. So holiday only flavors, pumpkin spice protein bar, seasonal packing, collabs with influencers or artists. This is going to help you create a sense of community and also urgency. Sustainability focused campaigns. Basically here, we want to highlight sustainability. For example, our products are made in a sustainable way, or carbon neutral shipping on all BFCM order. That's great. Or every order plants a tree, recycled packaging for holiday bundles. Appeals to Gen Z and millennials. All right. So you can actually appeal to your younger audience, but not only, Apple does it really well. The whole like carbon neutral shipping. I know they're going to change all of their packaging by 2030 to carbon neutral. So people care about this stuff, and you should as well. Customer retention campaign. Here we basically want to, double loyalty points. If you have a loyalty program for Black Friday or Cyber Weekend, subscribe now, get free gift, replenishment over 30 days later. So you can do that. It can help you build loyalty and also boost LTV throughout Q4. But also if you want to do that on specific days like Cyber Monday or Black Friday. In-app exclusive, if you have an app, guys, you can basically give app users early access, can push notifications, to let them know, hidden secret store inside of the app. So that is really good. Wishlist, as I said before with Gymshark example, save items on your wish list, curated gift guides by price. That is really good as well. Email reminders when wishlist items go on sales. So that is great, and it can increase, buying early, because you can create that date for people to actually get, their wish list items available or give them a sale on that early. Limited edition charitable campaigns, guys. So every product you buy, we donate money, so $1 donated per order. You can also collab with nonprofits. Here we have another example. So anti-consumerism campaigns. Patagonia, don't buy this jacket. Love this idea. I spoke about it before. Donating profits instead of discounting. That is huge. All right. So this is essentially how you can stand out. We have a client that we want to roll this out for them as well. Don't buy this jacket. So everybody tells you to buy, you tell them not to buy. It really stands out. That's good marketing. Reverse psychology pricing. So pay what you want. Price goes up every hour. Secret tiered pricing for the first 100 buyers. So again, reverse psychology, same like with the don't buy this, like nobody does this. So if you do that, this would really help you stand out. But you want to make sure again that you have clear kind of like terms and condition. Because if you tell people pay what you want, you really need to make sure it's, clarified and, people know what you meant by that. Viral email campaigns, I did speak about that. Not every store should do that. Meme-driven subject lines, Easter egg hunts, Quirk founder notes, all that stuff. It's hard to pull off. But if you have that already, if your brand is funny, you have a quirky founder, go for it. That's actually a good community building, and people like that, if you do this right, of course. And the last one, scarcity-driven campaigns. Make sure that you use good scarcity, not just making things up, because everybody's already familiar with limited time offer, and you don't want to be that guy. So that's it, a bit longer video. This is my 2 cents to you for this Shopify article. Again, as I said, you can grab a copy and check it out right here. If you want to grab my content calendar for free, you have a link for it down in the description. Plan, organize your entire campaign calendar for Q4 and beyond. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Any content ideas, feel free to drop me a comment alongside any questions. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.